Lotus Princess Jiaozhou sinus. Word Scenic View. Positive nap. Sinus saw a man standing wearing clothes made of coarse bed, hesitant, anxious, looking at himself, seems to have something to say. Dou Xu asked if anything. Come, replied, dear husband there, please. Dou Xu asked, who is the Xiang Gong? Messenger said he is near. Dou Xu followed him out the door, turned some houses, was led to a place, layer upon layer pavilion, a house next to a house. Here they walk through the twists and turns ahead. Sinus think there are 1,000 million, not the world. He saw the maids and female officer, a large number coming and going. People are asking to wear coarse clothes. Dou Lang come yet? Cilice who replied in the affirmative. For a while, one officer out two great dignitaries, very respectfully meet Sinus. Boarded the lobby, Sinus opening phase Asahi asked, said we do not always intercourse. Did I come to visit Mongolia hospitality wrong? So I am puzzled. Dignitaries official said we are innocent family of Mr. King. Virtuous generations admire your style and would like to see your face. Dou Xu more horror to ask who is the king. Dignitaries official replied, wait a minute, you will know soon. Two female officers to come, with both sides of the guide. Sinus flags Asahi forward. After a road through the palace, I saw there was a king. Sinus see into the hall, then down the steps to greet the hall, using the guest and host meet ceremony. Salute is completed. Into the seats, there exhibited very rich feast. Dou Xu looked up and saw the sons of hanging a plaque that reads, Gui Fu word. He felt ill at ease. I do not know what to say. King said you and I can become neighbors. You should left visible fate deep swig, without apprehension. Fuda. Dou Xu Lian yes. Dou Xu wine tower, play the following complains, do not drum zhang, slender and elegant tone. Puzz, King suddenly looked left and right sides of the courtiers said I say a couplet, the second line to ask you out people before boarding GUI government. People here are thinking, verbal exchanges on the Sinus said gentlemen love Lotus King greatly pleased to say. Lotus is really surprising is the princess nickname, how appropriate is it not true fate of past life pass me to the princess, she cannot help but come out to see the gentleman's side after some time. The asymptotic where ring sounding dong sound of bluegrass and came the rich aroma of musk, turned out to be the princess has come. Princess 16 or 17, looks beautiful and moving, no one comparable. King ordered the princess to Sinus salute, he said. This is my daughter Lotus Princess salute to leave. Dou Xu looked Xinjing sway, callous sit, think of God. King urging people to drink a toast, he did not even see. King thought of Sinus micro-wilk seems to have perceived, he said, you are also considered a good fit with my daughter, just for yourself and you are not the same and ashamed, what to do. Dou Xu mind melancholy, mesmerized, not any heard. The person sitting next step on his feet, said, King did not see you drink, you did not hear King speak to you. Dou Xu adrift, deeply ashamed, leaving the seat, he said thanks to Honor Robinson, unknowingly drink get drunk, fails etiquette, won't forgive now it was late, the king has been tired, I want to say goodbye. The king stood up and said, see you later, heart really nice, why rush to say go, since you do not want to leave, I do not have to, if you miss here, then you will naturally come. Eunuch then ordered him to be brought out. On the way, the eunuch said to Sinus Asahi just say the princess and the king you a good fit, you seem to want to marry, how do you remain silent? Dou Xu regret to straight stamping, every step, have some regret, so back to the house. Dou Xu suddenly wake up, then the sun will be hidden flashback, he sat in the dark in contrast, in retrospect, everything is fresh in our memory. After dinner, sleeping in the dark, he could hope to rekindle old dreams, but dreams slim hard to find, only sigh regret it. One night, Sinus and his friends to sleep in a bed, suddenly saw previously that the eunuch come to convey the king's command, called the Sinus palace. Dou Xu rejoicing, they went along, see the king, Sinus kowtow meet Sinus pull up the king and asked him to sit on the seat next, said, No, you were still missing after sentimentally attached here. Take the liberty to my daughter betrothed to you. You will not want to come to despise. Dou Xu immediately salutes thanks. King told bachelor minister, accompanied by sinus Asahi party. When the banquet of wine will do, come to announce his ladies, said the princess, and dressed up. While I would see dozens of ladies gather round, the princess came out. Princess head covered with red brocade, walked with light walking, like a line on top of the waves. Ladies holds her onto the carpet, and sinus Su of worship married. Then the two men returned to the residence. Wedding arrangement has caused a warm, very creamy fragrance. Dou Xu said, there in front of you, I really only know how to make people happy, to forget life and death. I'm afraid today's haphazard, but it is a dream. Princess Hush smile, said, obviously I'm with you. How can a dream? The next morning, just to get up, sinus Asahi Princess Maya Omai powder to play, and then they go with tape volume waist princess with your fingers to the amount of foot. The princess smiled and asked, are you mad? Dou Xu said, I dream but many times is wrong, so be careful to remember if this is a dream, is enough to make me always miss the. Still joking laugh, a maid ran and said, monster into the palace. The king hid in the side hall, calamity around the corner. Dou Xu was shocked, and hurried to see the king. King took the hand of sinus Su, cried and said, you do not mind us. We also want to be with you forever, lover. Unexpectedly Huguang Xiang fortunes coming to an end, which can do. Sinus Su surprised to ask why these words. King put a memorial on the case and handed sinus Su memorial, said Chen Han Xiong Diane scholar Black Wing. Strange phenomenon is unusual. Move the capital to the request as soon as possible, in order to sustain the lifeline of the country regarding the official report. It, according to Wang Dor saying, from early May onwards 6 days, came a little knowledge is a giant python, entrenched in the court outside, inside and outside the devour subjects 13,800 Bai Ren, their path, to make into the palace ruins, etc. Minister courageously go see, really see this monster python. I saw it first, such as mountains, head like the ocean, a head can die together engulfed a building wall, stretch can all collapsed. It was not seen in ages, fierce as, once in thousands of years of disaster, fate of the country at stake. Please emperor as soon as possible to lead palace independence, rushed moved paradise. Su reading memorial sinus, surfaced such as ashes. Then there our ladies ran in the report, said the monster came. People on the entire hall were screaming, miserable without the light of day. Between the king hastily at a loss, just looked tearful. Sinus Su said, I asked my daughter to Mr. La. Dou Xu breathlessly back to the residence. Princess wept over your head and being around the ladies. See a sinus Asahi come in. He pulled his skirt, said musical, what put me? Sinus Su distraught, took the prince's wrist thoughtfully. I am poor humble, but unfortunately cannot take a concubine. I have a few huts, temporarily avoid. All right, there together. Princess, tears in his eyes, said, critical condition. How can I select? Please take me to the quick. Dou Asahi princess will be helped out of the residence. They came home. Princess said, this is a very safe house, much stronger than my home, but I come with you. I ask you, parents who rely on one another, cover houses, with the country people will come. Dou Xu feel difficult. Princess burst into tears, said, the difficulty is not anxious people. Are there any use to you? Sinus Asahi slightly comforting persuasion, walked into the room, the princess lying in bed weeping, unable. Quanzu. Dou Wook is painstakingly thinking, when helpless, suddenly woke up. I realized that I had a dream. However, his ears still ringing. Princess trained continual crying. Listen closely, the human voice is not issued, but 23 bees form on the pillow. Dou Xu shouted out, strange. Q. How do you mean friends? Sinus Asahi tell the dream situation. Friends are very surprised. They got up and went to see the bees. Bees attachment between Xiu. Do not rush to go. Friends advised to Sinus Asahi bees build nests. Sinus Sui Yen and the line, and urge craftsmen to build a hive. Just put up 2 walls. The wall begins with bees flying, flock behind the other. Top nest has not closed, then covered with beehive bigger than fight. Dou Xu pursue the bee's place of origin, but it is the old man next door previously vegetable garden. There is a vegetable garden in the house bees, 30 years, to survive, very prosperous. Someone Sinus Su told the story of man to go see a hive silent, opened hive of a wall. There is a fleet of up to 10 feet or so snake entrenched in it, so catch these snakes kill. Dou Xu knew, called Monty Python refers to the snake. Bees after Sinus Su home, multiply much more vigorous. Other unusual things had happened.